Welcome to Tuesday's Tips from So Very Easy. My name is Laura, and utilizing every space that we can in a sewing room is very important. We need big spaces and we need small spaces. We need spaces we can put things under, over, in between. We want to utilize every space possible. But there's a space that we can use that most of us already have in our sewing room, but we just need to add to it. And it's things that can be hung over doors and drawers. And our dollar stores are great to find these type of items. They have little baskets for the kitchen and the bathroom that are designed to hang on the inside of a door. But you can also hang them on the outside of the door. The baskets are designed with this little U-lip, and that will slide over the top of the door. And then normally you would close the door and this is hidden inside. If you can do that, that's great. But you can also use this on the outside, such as dressers and little drawer units. So this can fit on top of a drawer if you have a long drawer or a door that opens. And you can get different sizes and made out of different materials. But they all have this little U that will slide over the door frame. And then the door is going to close over top. And you can store a lot in these types of containers. Rulers work great in the wide ones. With the longer one, we can still add longer, thinner rulers. If you can put one beside your iron, you're going to be able to store spray starches and adhesives and little things that you're going to need to iron with. Some of them will even hold patterns and kits with the fabric included. This would be a great holder for a project that you're working on or your next project. Some of them are going to be able to hold your little snippets of fabric as you're sewing, so it keeps your sewing area clean. We can hold binding while we're working on it. If it has a bottom, it's a great place to store your notions. We can also get the same system where they have these little hooks on them where we have towel bars. This particular one is adjustable. So depending on the size of the cupboard or the drawer, we're going to be able to adjust this. The same thing, it's going to slip right over the top. This can go in the inside or the outside. It's a great area where we can hang our long strips of pieces right beside our machine. Or we can have this by our cutting table and then move it beside the machine. We can also use this to hang our rulers on. Shower curtain hooks work great. And you can get different styles. You can get round ones, and they're often sold in stationery as binder clips. And the standard teardrop one. So you have a little hook that you're going to be able to close. And we can store a lot on these little rings. You can do rotary cutters, scissors, but my favorite is rulers. I often will buy sets of rulers that I want to keep together, and they have holes through the center. I'm going to be able to keep the entire set together. Then I'm going to be able to just clip it over top of those handles. It's a great space to store some of these odd-shaped rulers that we don't use as often as the straight ones. And it's always nice if we can store the ruler with the directions. And they're safe hanging on the end of our doors. These baskets are going to be a great addition to a sewing room. They can go beside your sewing machine, beside the iron, anything where you have a drawer or a door. You're going to be able to use these little baskets, and you can always take them off and move them as seen fit. They might say for the kitchen or the bathroom, but they work great for your craft room and your sewing room. Thank you for joining me today on So Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe, and as always, come on back. Let's see what we're sewing next time in the sewing room. Bye for now.